Greetings, Ani, Bonjour, Kwekwe, Tanzi, Scano. It's Catherine and Brian at Moonstarlodge in the Georgian Bay area of South Central Ontario. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you've been around for a while. I'm on a Gnostic awareness or a tree kick the last couple of weeks, and so I'm reusing the same decks as I did last week. This is the reading for January 23rd to 29th, and I can hardly believe I'm doing a reading for the last week of January, but so it is. We have a full moon this week, the full moon of Wisdom Keeper, so it's something to prepare for. As much as last week's reading was about joyful journey and going full bore, this week is a little bit more introspective, and it's curious how the cards have come together in this particular blend. Please excuse my throat. I'm still dealing with the repercussions of 3 different flares of illness, and so I sound a bit croaky, hence my coffee. All right, so it's the same decks, just refer to the picture as last week. I won't review them all again. Let's go to the cards, Brian. So here is the Tarot of the Leaves, the Moonology card giving us some lunar direction, and one each of the 7 clarifying decks, including the Marigold Tarot as the Ancestor card. So we start here with the 2 of Pentacles. This is about balance and juggling and being able to maneuver with poise, if you will, all the external and the internal things going on starting this week. And the Ancestor card clarifying it is the Ace of Cups. So one of the things that is coming is the incubus of a new emotional, loving journey, and I love that it comes from Source. It's a monadic excuse me, if you will. So while we're doing all this balancing, please know that we have this new emotional beginning. The 2 of Pentacles, which is Earth, is followed by the Major Arcana card, Chariot. So the energy that showed up last week, because this card was in last week's reading, shows up again for us. So we're still moving swiftly from a place of intuition and Gnostic consciousness. It's clarified by the Keeper of the Wild. This Tree Keeper oracle is astounding. This Tree Keeper says that it's time for us to unplug from the matrix. We weren't put on this earth to pay bills and trudge through life under the weight of a lot of oppressive energy, pleasing others. The wild exists within us. The description of this card is quite astounding. The mountains are our bones, the animals are our heart, and we are to make sure that we are connected with the environment, the external energies of the elemental world, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. This connects me, in my mind, to the full moon and making sure that ritual and ceremony are done to bring energy into the wildness within. So moving from the Chariot, we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is very mature, just like last week, the concept of legacy, making sure everybody has everything in this material, third-dimensional world, money, job, resources, everything is there. So we can move forward without any concern, dare I say fear, that we won't have the financial or earthly resources, the underpinnings needed. The cautionary card here to a certain point is this one, breath. This card is a sycamore tree, and it's about making sure that while we're being busy internally and externally, that we're taking time for self-care, to breathe, to meditate, to sit in silence. This tree is taking on a yoga pose, a meditative yoga pose. So it's making sure that we don't get too wrapped up in the externals and not taking care of the internals. There is the resting stuff, and there is the acknowledging of the wild within. The Nine of Wands is, again, taking the jousting of the Seven of Wands that we had last week and taking it up, kicking it up a notch. This is, you're just about done this cycle. You are really done this cycle. The nines are completions. You might feel quite battle weary, but you're just about there. So whatever energies are being required of you, making sure that you do breathe and take the rest needed and nourish and replenish to make sure that you finish what has been started, because this is a karmic journey, as noted last week. To become defensive and guarded can make us jaded. So the clarifying card here is the Page of Hearts, the Innocence card. This is coming at what this journey entails and what these responsibilities to complete it entail from a place of innocence and creativity and lovingness and curiosity. Curiosity replaces any fear. Well, what happens if I do X? What happens if I do Y? There's a playfulness and innocence here. The Page of Hearts is often the romantic artist, the seeing the beauty in things. So see the beauty in what you've accomplished and what we've all accomplished so far. The next is the Three of Wands. This says the journey that we've been on for the last couple of weeks is coalescing, and it's nearly complete. It's clarified by blackthorn. Now, blackthorn is a tree that's protective of its innards. It's ruled by Saturn, which is a tree of, or a planet of protection. This is about shadow work. So when all of this stuff is happening, especially when we're relaxed and things bubble up from the subconscious, when we're in a defensive mode, the prickly bits of our shadow come up, and blackthorn is here to say, you are protected. Go, make the deep dive. If acknowledging some things within shadow help you to find the wild within, to help you find the gratitude for where the shadow has brought you, and to encapsulate, or not encapsulate, but to embody it. We need to embody those things that bug us about ourselves or trigger us in their appearance in others. Because we see in others what we don't like within ourselves. That's definitely a harbinger of shadow. So clearing out shadow stuff, and we're being told we're safe to do it, allows us to get further in the journey more successfully and to complete it. The next card is the King of Wands. So we've got two kings here, two very important kings. Pentacles, earth, steady, capable, materially successful, with the fiery passion and the go at it. This is the perfect king to drive the chariot within us, so to speak. That very perfectly is clarified by action. So it is for us to take action and not hesitate. Chariot is a card of not hesitating, just going with the Gnostic awareness that it's going to be successful. Judgment appears again. We are the ones to judge what it is that works for us, where this journey is going, us and no one but us. The tree spirit clarifier here, the guardian spirit, is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. It's knowing we have enough to keep the flow going. Stuff is coming in of a material, third dimensional kind, and it is for us to move and give freely to others in the safety knowing that nothing is going to happen to our resources. Certainly not with the king here. And it's interesting because we're going to start to see, if I look at the message of last week with this week, you and your loved ones are safe. The new moon in Cancer. So Cancer new moon can be anywhere from the end of June into July. So look that up for yourselves and see that this is a marker of when we're going to see the beginnings of the fruits of our labors of the last 2 weeks. And the last week's card was the card of the full moon in Virgo. So that period between Cancer and Virgo is when we're going to see this new karmic adventure materialize into something permanent and beautiful in our progressive walk of the soul. Anyway, you can flip the camera, Brian. As I said last week, I am so glad I picked this deck again, or this set of decks, to honor our new journeys in this new year. Being as we're speaking about nearly the end of January, it's actually the middle of February when the trees actually do begin to wake up deep within the ground. It may be a little early this year because we haven't had much winter yet. Maybe by the time you're seeing this, we will have had a few more blasts of snow. But the trees are more aware this year, I think. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and feel free. It helps us, honestly, if you subscribe. Send me some more coffee so I can get over this lasting, lingering cold and sinus infection. And be at peace and know that winter is a time to journey with the wheel. Anyway, aho.